Nice.
How much was this one?
2,400.
Maybe.
Due to unfortunate circumstances, but since they have been taking results since 1989, the distribution has been increasing steadily each and every year, more and more and more. The marathons have become more and more wild, with millions of books going out. Nobody can understand that you meet and give the books to. Each and every devotee should bring back a couple of million conditioned souls with him when he goes back home, back to Godhead. Why not? So let us become a little enlivened in this way by the mercy of Shri Shri Gauranatai, by the mercy of Shri Shri Radha Madhava, and go on next year doing even bigger than this year. Prabhupada's slogan was double it. Of course it's quite hard to double it when you're on a fever pitch, but at least do more each year, increase 10%, 20% each year at least. And if a temple can double it, that is all the better. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
So Srila Prabhupada, before he left this planet in Vrindavan, he was telling to all the devotees that there's nothing new to say. Everything is written in my books. To compile or to write and to make purports to these books, especially the Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion. So these books, they are not different from Srila Prabhupada. Will live eternally with you in these books. So Srila Prabhupada also said before he left, Kirtir Yasya Sachivati, that with actually nobody dies, we live eternally. Krishna consciousness and perform this most intimate service to Krishna and to the Guru Parampara, namely to distribute these transcendental literatures. So Srila Prabhupada's books are these transcendental literatures, and that they are the only hope for the mankind. It's the only hope for the humanity at large, that they receive these books in all the languages. So therefore our duty of ISKCON, of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, is it that we have to distribute these books to millions and to billions, unlimited. All the devotees in ISKCON spreading sincerely this Krishna consciousness, then maybe in 18 years or in 18 days or in any time, by Krishna's sweet will and by the desire of the devotees, when they become connected with the desire of Krishna and the Guru Parampara, then they all can become empowered to actually overflow the whole world with these transcendental literatures. That the people can nothing else do than just surrender to Krishna and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So tonight we're giving out the rewards to the Hare Krishna, glory to Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution, Ki!
Hare Krishna, the next speaker will be Srila Jayapataka Maharaj. There's of course little unknown about him. He is a very dynamic preacher, the founder of Namhata in our ISKCON society, preaches all over India and the world very intensely. Now he has also made it to the top places of book distribution. For the year he is listed as number 6, and for the December marathon as number 1. Now, Maharaj, in all the devotees' mind there is one question burning like fire. How did you do it? And we all are very interested to hear you. So let us hear this very transcendental personality.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutare Simate. Written for Kali Yuga. We don't have the memory to know this knowledge without the book. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has focused that the Brihat Midranga, or the greater Midranga, is book distribution. And Srila Prabhupada has made that the basis of our Krishna conscious movement for pleasing the previous acharyas. So we should be very clear that book distribution in no way or form is a material activity, but distributing the transcendent literature, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and Prabhupada's books is a completely transcendental activity, which is very, very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ask me. Actually, I was the most surprised of anybody when the results came out, or when the marathon was going on. Actually, this year, for several months before the Christmas, before the Prabhupada marathon, our BBT trustee here, Narasha Prabhu, he was inspiring us, and we had many meetings that we had to really get Mayapur into gear and expand book distribution. And that fever was catching more and more. And literally, hundreds and hundreds of devotees were mobilized. Then we also had the Namhata devotees who were mobilized for... I'd even mentioned when I went to Switzerland, in passing, I mentioned to them that this year you have to watch out because we're having all the Namhat devotees distribute books, and there's thousands of them. But they all laughed at me. But actually, they're the real heroes of as far as I can see, of the Christmas or the Prabhupada Marathon for Mayapur, because we couldn't move for over 10 days because of the riots in India, but the Namhat congregational members, they kept on going door to door in the villages and distributing to all the people. So when the marathon started, my idea was to give the whole month of December maximum concentration on the book distribution. And for the first 6 days, I was in Calcutta with the book distributors, and going out sometimes. We had different, I just went with the different distributors and tried to encourage them. Even if I sold the books, I gave the score to whoever the book distributor I was with, because I just wanted to encourage them. But I was really getting into the book distribution mood, and so I put on the calm to my other that I can't answer letters for a while. I'm in marathon madness. I'm simply concentrating on book distribution now. And I was inspired that some of the devotees in the Middle East, they also got inspired, and they did about 2,500 Mahabig books after they saw that I was going out. So sometimes I was in a situation where, like in the Sunday feast in Calcutta, I requested all the life members that they should take the books. And I couldn't give the score to anybody else because that wouldn't have been fair. So then the people came up and gave me the money for books. Some bought 25 right on the spot, some bought 12, some whatever. So I signed one book for them. I was mainly selling books the whole month by autograph. On a Christmas, then we're going to the factory owners, and they were getting the factory owners to take books and giving it to all the members in the factory. They go to one person in the factory, convince him, he'd somehow announce it to the, I don't know exactly, I like to hear the exact way they do it, but he announced somehow to the factory workers, and they would all sign up, and at one time they would sell to a whole factory. And so at that time, our great devotee here, Radhapati, came out to Mayapur, and when I went into Calcutta in the beginning of the month, he was supposed to go out with us and visit factory owners. I said, what happened? You never came. He said, what happened? You never came. I was waiting. I said, I was waiting. So then, they're the ones that are actually working, and you know, so dedicatedly. I just wanted to enthuse them. I just want to encourage them and try to help distribute Prabhupada's books, because that's our life and soul. But I never expected to get such a score. I don't feel, you know, I just don't, you know, I don't know what to feel about it all. I was like confused. And he said, well, anyway, this is going to encourage people. Our leaders should go out and distribute books. If they can get people to give big donations and give books to all the factory workers and give books to everyone, this is good. So it's all right. So I still don't know what to feel about it. I only beg that I can get the dust of all the book distributors on my head. And if I can encourage book distribution in any way, then that's what I want to do. And I hope that we can encourage our temple devotees to go on distributing more books, and we can encourage the congregation to distribute more and more books, expanding the book distribution all over the world. Hare Krishna.
Control his or her senses very nicely to keep the mission of Srila Prabhupada firmly fixed within the heart, to extend the mercy, always out on the book distribution front line. Then there are so many ways that you can serve the Sankirtan army. So the wonderful example of those devotees who have given their lives to pushing forward Srila Prabhupada's books, either translating or distributing the books, they are to be understood to be very much empowered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
It is a devotee who is presently not here. It is Anadesha Vapu Prabhu. Yes, those whose spiritual master is sitting up front will get the prize from their spiritual master. Haribo! Where is your strength of voice, Prabhus? It is decreasing by the minute, but we speak of increasing. So please get it back again. Mayapur, yes, Of course, we must also ask Acharya Bhatt to pick it up, and Purushottam Maharaj, Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. See, this is so nice about the Vaishnavas. You want to pick someone, and then all the other Vaishnavas says, no, give it to the other, give it to the other, give it to the other. In the fourth position in the world, fourth position with 221,000 book points, just to introduce you a little, here's also Bhagavad Dhamma Prabhu I actually see you the first time. He's actually our Sankirtan leader. In the second position with 302,000 book points, second position, it goes to a temple which actually doesn't even have a temple building. They meet in rented Sims Reward. Haribo! So that was the second place, and now the first place, which is also taken up by, and we want to ask our filmer, Yamaraj Prabhu, the Sankirtan leader, to pick it up. Hare Krishna.
Jai Maharaj Prabhu!
Then it just becomes overwhelming. But this is so much that it is really phenomenal. I mean, this is you can't really. I can't find the right word. It is just so wonderful, and it shows actually how. Dear Prabhus, your applause. And in the second position, now, the first place, the top country in the world for 1992, distributing 20,000 magazines, 393,000 small books, 374,000 medium books, 337,000 big books, and now listen, 1 million 1 million I'm sorry, 47 it gets really much now, just have mercy, 1 million, we have to say it, 47,000 big books. That means that wait. That means 2,172,265 total pieces of literatures and 2,099,796 book points. That's 2.5 times as many as the second place country. The winner is CIS! Now, we thought of a special surprise. You know, who should pick up this award? There are many very, very qualified GBC leaders who have inspired this. There are the great Maharatis who have gone out. There are these Sankirtan leaders who were even put at one time in concentration camps. But the organizers of this committee have decided to ask a new GBC member to pick up this of the CIS, to pick up this award. It's also a surprise for all of you. Rohini Sudababu! This Mataji is really a very ecstatic Mataji. She is 65 years old. The last year she distributed 21,000 book points worth of books, including 1,200 medium books, 4,000 big books, and 11,000 Maha big books. She's from Tokyo, Japan, and Gita Govinda Devidasi. And now we come to the top 10. And in the 6th place, Patakamas! And in the 4th place in the world,
Hermano.
In the
Спасибо, я никого не вижу здесь.
Haribol, Haribol, Haribol.
Please wait. Yes. Now what he got, I don't know if you can understand me. Fear not. It is. He has gotten the silver shoes of Lord Nishingadev.
Отсюда! Иди получи сам. Ну пойди, скажи, пойди.
1992, breaking all existing scores, setting a new all-time world record for individual distributors. Yes. I will read to you the books he did. 17,000 small books, 14,000 medium books, 15,000 big books, and 39,000 Maha big books. That makes a total of 81,000 book points. He's from Moscow. How many pieces of literature? Can you calculate real fast? I mean, it's not calculated together. The Sankirtan leader Yamaraj Prabhu has said the one who picks it up will be the Vishnu Rag. Now wait. The shoes which Anadesha Prabhu has gotten are the silver Maha shoes of Sri Madhava, the eternal resident of Sri Mayapur. 1,000 book points. I would recommend the following: that you remain seated for now, but that the pujari comes a little later after this celebration. Please remain.
So we had already 2 Sankirtan meetings. First one, these 2 Sankirtan meetings, was about books are the basic and preaching is the essence. And now today we have another one. Navina Nirada picked it out for me. I don't know how. I'm totally not qualified to speak about this. Namely, it's purity is the force. So, touch the heart or reach the heart of the conditioned souls. So in order to preach successfully, we have to reach the heart of the conditioned souls. When we are contacting them to preaching, especially when we are on the street or going door to door to distributing Srila Prabhupada's books, we have to stop these people, and we have it requires a lot of shakti, a lot of power and energy, and when we are very pure in heart, when we ourselves are free from all the designations and impurities, all the contaminations, and are fully absorbed in this transcendental activity, then somehow Krishna is ready to cooperate with us.
So here we are, Hare Krishna. Maharaja already said many things, so I don't have to say much more. Just, I like to...
Louder!
Haribo! It's okay now? So, I don't have to add any more words because Maharaja said everything it was needed. So I just want to say just that this is just going to be a little presentation of what is going to be happening on the 7th in the auditorium, on the Samadhi auditorium. So it's just going to be kind of an improvisation based on Braga, and then there will obviously it would be nice to interfere to have some participation of the public also, so we can you can chant the pranam of Prabhupada and Hare Krishna mantra.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Srila Prabhupada's mission is very clear. He wants to spread Krishna consciousness throughout the whole world. He wants to inspire everyone to chant the holy names of the Lord, to think about Krishna, to offer obeisances to Krishna, to worship Him, and to go back to Him at the end of life. This going back to home, back to Godhead, is a rather straightforward process, but the inducing of people to go back home, back to Godhead throughout the world actually is a very big affair and requires a lot of management and understanding. In my mind, and I think I have understood this from Srila Prabhupada, the mission begins with the production and distribution of his transcendental literature. I personally spent a lot of time working as Prabhupada's typist for the BBT, something which just flows out naturally. Of course, in Srila Prabhupada, it flowed out very naturally because he was the most spiritually realized person. But when he was speaking, he would often speak a sentence and then click off the dictaphone and then wait. And then some minutes later, he might speak 2 or 3 words and then click off. Some time would go by, some more words, then click off, more time would go by, then he would finish the sentence. He was thinking very carefully, and once I asked him why it was so, and he explained to me, he said, my work is not simply just moving the fingers, because he was imitating me typing. He would just go like this. But my work is not like that. I have to think very carefully about every word that I am writing, because I know that this must be understood by the common man. Understand what that meant, and put that in the tape. It was very, very difficult to do that job. I don't remember right now, but the or at or something like that. It was such a short word that between the clicks, he didn't catch the word. The tape recorder didn't catch the word, so it was very difficult to understand what it meant. So, Srila Prabhupada, he used to spend his whole morning writing the books for all the devotees to read. And then he looked at me very sternly and he said, you are authorized to read these books 24 hours a day. And at that time I said, well, Srila Prabhupada, I don't think the temple president would agree with that. And then he said, it does not matter. You may read these books 24 hours a day. Of course, I had to admit that I couldn't do that either. There was so much eating, sleeping, and other things involved in life. But his point was, of course, that we should study these books very carefully. Revolution in the misguided hearts of mankind. And that historians will later on look back on this period of time and they will say how the Krishna consciousness movement took over the world through the distribution of these books. 1977, he wanted that we went out and installed the cornerstone for the temple. Now the amazing thing about this was that we didn't own the land where the temple was to be situated. We only owned one small piece of land. In that small piece of land, he had the hole dug, the Anantashesham planted. Puri Maharaj was here helping with the installation. And then the cornerstone laid. And then right after that was finished in his room, he said, now I want that you dig the foundation for the temple. Now this was amazing because first of all, there was no plan. We didn't even know what the temple should look like. There was some model which had been built by Surabhi, but it was not at all complete. There were no drawings for it. There was no question of building a temple, and nobody even knew if this was the model that should be accepted as the temple design. But Prabhupada wanted the hole dug immediately in March of 1977, although first of all, we didn't own the land, and second of all, we had no design, and third of all, we had no money. And in this way, Krishna consciousness would become very prominent and strong. But he
every aspect of his own personal gratification or his own personal considerations, just to give Krishna consciousness to as many people as possible in as many places as the world. I remember once in 77 we were here in Mayapur and Prabhupada was looking over the balcony. At that time we were just completing this long building and there was the central building here and that was it. And of course the boundary wall. And Prabhupada turned to me and he said, I want to spread Krishna consciousness everywhere at once. Immediately. So then we were delayed 3 hours on the aeroplane and then we flew overnight another 7 hours and finally we were coming into Sydney and then on to Melbourne. So our plane arrived in Sydney at 10 a.m. 3 hours late. Jai Dharmadas, the Sydney Temple president, was waiting to join our flight and met us in the transit lounge with a flower garland and a large plate of cut fruits and sweets. Prabhupada took a few bites of prasadam and we distributed the rest to our fellow passengers. After a 1 hour stopover, we all boarded the plane for the last short leg to our destination, arriving in Melbourne around noon, some 22 hours actual travelling time since leaving Bombay. So that was a long trip. Insisted that Prabhupada wait for the suitcase indicated on his form. I pleaded strongly with the man to please allow Srila Prabhupada to go through immediately. I assured him that I would wait and take full responsibility for the suitcase. I explained that he was over 80 years old and had been travelling for so many hours, that it would take at least half an hour for the bags to come from the plane and that there were no chairs anywhere to sit down on. I told him that I was his secretary and I had packed his bags anyway, and so on. But despite my best attempts, the customs official was utterly uncooperative and refused to allow Srila Prabhupada to go through. My temper began to rise and the discussion became heated. A small crowd of passengers gathered around us to see what the disturbance was. Srila Prabhupada just walked away and stood quietly to the side. The official was obdurate and returned to his post, leaving me standing there in the hallway fuming. Then 2 minutes later, an airport policeman suddenly approached me and asked what was going on. I explained that we simply wanted Prabhupada to be allowed to go straight through customs without his suitcase. Then he asked, is all that going on because of him? That was the loud roar of a tremendous kirtan coming through the doors leading to the arrival hall. The kirtan could be clearly heard above all the airport noise and public address announcements. Guru Kripa Swami and a large number of devotees were excitedly banging kartals, beating mridrangas and chanting so loudly that the airport officials had moved them away from the main greeting area. But still the sound drowned out everything else. With every opening and then closing of the doors, the intense chanting boomed louder and then receded. The sound of the holy names of the Lord uplifted us, and when Srila Prabhupada heard it, he inquired innocently, this is our men? That was another, I assured him, yes, they will.
and within seconds Prabhupada was allowed to pass through, leaving Pushta Krishna and I to wait for the bags. As Prabhupada disappeared through the door and was spotted by the devotees, the kirtan reached a terrific crescendo with loud shouts of Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai! The kirtan stopped abruptly and Prabhupada was taken into the VIP lounge, where the devotees had arranged a press conference. While Prabhupada conversed amiably with a host of pressmen,
Swami's governor to inaugurate the temple. And he said, no, I cannot inaugurate the temple because we are a secular state, so we don't go to this religious function like that. I said, it's the 25th anniversary of ISKCON. Could you come for the 25th anniversary of ISKCON? Oh, Silver Jubilee. Yes, I must come. When he was there, then he announced the temple to be opened formally and inaugurated it. But officially, he couldn't come for the opening of a temple, but he could come for Silver Jubilee. And it's like that in some places, I don't know in other places. Many people will definitely want to participate in the centennial.
Was Mr. A.B. Nair, who owned the land at Juhu. And Mr. Nair offered the land to Srila Prabhupada. But actually Mr. Nair was very cunning. He was a very big man. He owned a big daily newspaper in Bombay, and he had been the sheriff of Bombay, and he was a very wealthy businessman. But actually, although he offered the land to Srila Prabhupada, he wanted to cheat Srila Prabhupada to the devotees, and very ferocious with the enemies. I will give one or two instances of how Srila Prabhupada was kind to the devotees. Actually, just before coming to Bombay to take the Juhu land, we had a preaching program in Indore, a city in Madhya Pradesh. And the program was called Gita Jayanti. And there were many sadhus from
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Sakarni Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Pastyatyaði Shakarni. So first of all, it's a great honor for an unqualified person as myself to speak in an assembly before you great Vaishnavas in this second preparation centennial in the last 2 decades. I say it's the second and not the first because the first centennial celebration was held by Srila Prabhupada for his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who appeared in this world in 1874.
Yo tenía 5 de esos. Compré. Ah, yo quiero una de esas cositas así.
all yoga, and they better gonna stop and listen to us, then many people, they will say, yeah, I'm actually interested in this philosophy and these books, but the way how you present it, this is just not the way. So I'm just not taking it. Yeah, the heart, is like hurting. So, and so then one has to meditate a little bit about what he's actually supposed to do and what should be his mentality while distributing. So, and then Krishna will develop our intelligence and our spontaneity, and being spontaneous with the people and being very personal, because that's what impresses them.
दयासी विक्रमणे बलि मदभूत पदनख मीरा जनित जन केशव
गुरु जागर राग कसायित मनसा निमेषं महति नयनौ अनुरागमिव स्फुटं मुदित रसाविनिवेशं हरि 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 यागी माधव यागी केशव मावद कैतव बादं मावद कैतव बादं यागी माधव यागी केशव मावद कैतव तामनुसार सरसीरु आलोचन तामनुसार सरसी रुगलोचन या तव हरति विषादं मावद कैतव बादं याहि माधव याहि केशव मावद कैतव बादं कज्वलमणिना विलोचन चुम्बन कज्वलमणिना विलोचन चुम्बन विरचित निमरूपं दशन वसन मरुण तव कृष्ण दशन वसन मरुण तव कृष्ण तनुति तनुरनुरूपं मावद कैतव बादं याहि माधव याहि केशव मावद कैतव बादं बपुरनुहारति तव स्मर सागर बपुरनुहारति तव स्मर सागर खर न खर क्षतरेखौ मरकत सकल कलित कलधौत लेपिजीव रति जय लेखो मावद कैतव बादं याहि माधव या मावद खै तब पारौँ। श्री जय देव भणित रति वञ्चित खण्डित जुवती बिलापो। श्री जय देव भणित गले मधुपुरी दिन मास बरस बितिला गत स्नेह हरि देलकी पासुरी। এই তো বংশীর স্বর, এই তো শ্যামকুঞ্জ। আস বন্ধু, আস প্রিয়তম, আস রসরাজ, আস আস আস। सखी श्याम गुण गाई राधाबाई भेला सखी श्याम गुण गाई राधांग संग बिना राधांग संग बिना श्याम गति गाही तुम्हें तो आसिल सखी राधा मोर तुम्हें तो आसिल सखी लकी बायाणी प्राण मितणी मधुपुर गली मुरली पाणी लकी बायाणी प्राण मितणी मधुपुर गली मुरली पाणी तुए परी गेले जान मोराण हारिबु पराण आम्भ पाई श्याम गेले पाषाण आम्भ पाई श्याम गेले पाषाण आम्भ पाई श्याम गेले पाषाण सखी रहीगल जे एई तो मालती कुंज हाँ श्याम बंधुंकर मालुणी वेश मने पड़ुची बनिता गो आस के पिंदी बनाली अलता ब्रज बनिता गो आस के पिंदी बनाली अलता चारु अलता पाट अलता रंग अलता ओ चारु अलता पाट अलता रंग अलता ए आस के पिंदी बनाली अलता आस के पिंदी बनाली अलता वृषभानुराज जे मानव किशोरी शुणुछु सुबेश घेऊ नहती बोली वृषभानुराज जे मानव किशोरी शुणुछु सुबेश घेऊ नहती बोली नदेल मते जाए बारता आस के पिंदी बनाली अलता ए आस के पिंदी
That is the time my left leg is moving. So this is Kathak. So try and pay attention. I would go to the maximum speed and then come back to the same speed where I was. Haribol. Gauranga! Please be alive.
Nicht ganz
Does any Swamis want to come up here and welcome? Shri Shri Siddhapati Advaita Gosai Ki. This is the residence of Advaita Gosai. It is mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita that Advaita Gosai had two houses, one in Shantipur place. Therefore he appeared as Gauranga and delivered the whole world. So this house is the temple and the location where the house of Advaita Gosai was. This little temple here is a place where Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda and Advaita sat down after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas and was tricked by Nityananda to come here instead of going to Vrindavan. And here Mother Sachi also came, and Lord Chaitanya met with Mother Sachi. Lord Chaitanya many times came here to the house of Advaita Gosai. Haridas Thakur was one of the constant associates of Advaita Gosai before the advent and after the advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur also had an ashram in a place called Fulia, which is about 7-8 kilometers to the southeast from here. There's a cave there where he was meditating where the snake was. So here there are many pastimes that occurred. Here when Advaita Gosai was worshipping, his Shaligram Shila Madhavendra Puri came. He met Madhavendra Puri, he served him, they discussed for a long time. And then Sita Thakurani gave him prasadam and cooked prasad for him, and Advaita Gosai served him. And he requested from Madhavendra Puri initiation. He had a Brahmin, and he saw the fabulous arrangements that Advaita Acharya had made for celebrating the disappearance festival of Madhavendra Puri. This today is a combined for us, Ekadasi and Dwadasi. He's disappeared at the Gaur Paksha, or rising fortnight of the moon in the month of Govinda. That's called Govinda Dwadasi. Here. They're welcoming all of the devotees. They're going to be giving everyone garlands as far as it goes. This is a special committee. There's a voluntary committee. They just voluntarily come every year to help this festival. So, Madhavendra Puri's disappearance day was celebrated by Advaita Goswami in a very fabulous way. There's actually many, maybe 100 verses explaining this festival.
I explained a little bit last night in my class, but for those who didn't hear, I'll explain a little bit. He had simultaneously, on one side there was kirtan going on, on the other side there was class going on, and other place there was cooking, and there was so much prasadam arrangement that in order to hold all the prasadam, they had to build houses. They had to build thatched huts and fill them with the food. So like it looked like a village, so much, like a Kumbh Mela or something, so much arrangement was made. Pure love for Krishna, pure love for Govinda, like a pure devotion for Govinda. So we are very grateful to opening acts of the
Not here, 10 times here already.
उता देना पड़ता लांग से देना ऐसे कोई नहीं ले सकते
ए अध्यक्ष जा ओए बाहर खड़ा है
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ja, jetzt. Haribol!
The bad thing, then we Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, though you got such type of if you make a plan, that plan until success.
You're really lovely, that.
You are actually restless.
You have nice new things.
And not only that,
what?
You have so much power to tolerate.
Since I saw you last, what did we do?
Toleration power is very much. Square means you are going to get you are going to get some good result from outside of your mother. You know that? Like name, fame, money.
Gottverdammt lösen. Guten Tag.
Ja, Sie werden mir nach Dank.
Wie geht es Ihnen?
Das schreiben Sie mit Vitamin.
Ich weiß, zu kriegen.